In today's video, we're going to be looking at WiggleDesk's new hybrid scheduling features and how they make managing the many styles of hybrid working much easier. So we're going to be exploring a few things in this video. We're going to be looking at the end user interface, what it looks like, what new functionality it gives, how it helps teams identify great times to come into Office. And then in the second half of the video, we're going to be looking at the settings side of things. So we'll be introducing you to the new Teams management page. We'll be introducing a new way of managing teams, how to set hybrid working schedules for your teams, and we'll be introducing to a new manager role. We'll start off by going to the Schedules tab, which you'll see now in your left-hand sidebar. And when we click into it, by default, it will open up with your own team schedule. So I can see me, William, and I am working from the office on Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Friday. So Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, you'll see a little building icon. So this signifies that these are the days that I'm expected to be in the office. Now you also see that a few of these days have a little red notification dot. So this simply signifies that these are days that I've actually got an explicit booking to come into the office, and I can explore this. So I can click into it and it will then show me on this day, Thursday the 8th of December, I do have a booking, bench free in the mixed use floor, and it shows me my little avatar there. So this is just a helpful way of exploring my schedule and seeing when and where I'm expected to be. Now, for Friday and Monday don't have these little dots, but they're still showing me as expected to come into the office. And that's the real power behind the team scheduling feature, because when I'm now exploring my teams, I'm able to see when my teammates are expected to come into the office, even if they haven't explicitly booked a desk or a pod or a meeting room. And so if I'm the last person booking on my team for tomorrow, that might not be such an issue. But if I'm the first person, I might not even make that booking because it will look like there aren't any members of my team coming into the office. So this team view here, depending on what level of anonymity you've got set, will show you yourself, all the users, and then the users for different teams. So if I click into subteam B, for example, it will show me the schedules of all of the teammates in subteam B. So again, I've got myself because I'm in subteam B, but I can also see, okay, Penelope's working from her office Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. She hasn't got any bookings allocated with her account, but I can still see when she's expected to come in. Ben has a lot of bookings, one every day of the week. Amber, she's actually got a slightly different working style. So rather than specific days, she's allocated one day in the office per week. And I'll show you in the settings page the different subsettings you can have for that. But essentially, I can look at all of my teammates. I can even click into their individual profiles. So I can click into Ben and it'll show me all of his current bookings and all of his upcoming bookings. And I can also explore sort of forwards and backwards. So I can say, okay, well, what's happening next week? And it'll show me all the bookings for next week and the week after. And if I go a very long way, I can quickly get back to today by clicking today. So that's the team scheduling overview. There's a few power features I'll quickly introduce here. So we can see Penelope is usually expected to come into the office Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. Now, if she needs to go out of the office for an extra day, or maybe she's traveling, we can actually make individual daily adjustments to her schedule. So I can click into this day, so Tuesday the 6th, and so I can see she's scheduled to be in office. However, I can click the pencil and I can adjust this. So I can say, okay, actually I expect you to be working from home. And so it updates it immediately. And so I can now see here the little grey box is showing this is an adjusted day. I can see that she's now scheduled to be working from home. And I can also delete this. So I can say, okay, actually, you know what? This is adjusted from the normal schedule. Go back to what your normal schedule would be had you not had any of those additions. So I can now click the bin, click OK, and it will update and refresh. And I can see, okay, she's back in the office. One of the nice things with the adjustments is that it is able to see whether I've actually got any bookings, and it will give me a heads up. So let's say Ben, so today, Wednesday, 7th of December, I can see that he's got a booking. So I'm going to try and remove this adjustment for him. So we'll see what happens. Scheduled to be working from the office, and he's got a booking which I can see. So when I do this and change this to working from home, it gives me a heads up saying, okay, we've updated the hybrid working schedule, but heads up, there's a booking on Wednesday, the 7th of December. And so it's just telling me that I might want to sort of delete this booking because now Ben isn't coming into the office. And I can do that by clicking into there and clicking booking details, which will open up the individual booking page for Ben, which I can delete straight from there if I need to. So that's the team user's schedule. Next part of the video is going to introduce the management of this. So if you are an admin, or if you are a manager account, which I'll go into in a moment, you'll see this button come up for Manage Schedules. So when I click it, it will take me to a management page of the team scheduling. So this is the team management page, and there's a few things that we can do here. So I can sort of create new teams from scratch by clicking this button, or I can explore and manage the teams that I've already got. So let's click into Subteam B. So this shows Subteam B. And essentially I can see all of the teammates in Subteam B. I can see their names, their working patterns, and whether or not they're a manager. So this introduces us to the manager user type. So if a user is a manager, they're able to also manage the schedules of other people in their team. And it also gives them a few admin rights, such as be able to book beyond the normal sort of booking restrictions. Now, if I wanted to update any of these teammates' working schedules, I just simply select their name tags. I click Update Working Patterns, and by default, everyone will just be on a hybrid free choice model with an unknown location. So that's essentially what we've had with WiggleDesk so far, in that it's been a free-for-all for people. We've given certain custom rules and restrictions that you can place in the settings, but generally people are free to book and choose when they're coming into the office whenever they like. And so if you don't do anything, if you don't give schedules to anyone, they'll still be on the same sort of restrictions as before, essentially having a hybrid free choice model. You can give people a default location. So whether they're by default always working from home or always working from the office, you can also have that. So when you're sort of looking to see ahead when your teammates are going to be in there, it can be helpful to know that, okay, people are usually going to be in the office or they're usually going to be at home, which can help sort of allocate team days when people can be expected to come in. One of the new ones that we've got is this hybrid X days per week working style. So essentially I can say in here how many days a week a user is expected to be in the office. And so I can say 1 through 5 in there. And I can also have a default location. So I could say I'm expected to be in the office 3 days a week, but my default location is home, or my default location is the office. I've also got this new one, which is hybrid set days. So essentially what this allows us to do is this allows us to say someone is expected to be in the office on a given day or given days in a week. So by default, it'll be Monday through Friday, but I can change this to say, actually, I want someone to come in just on Mondays or just on Mondays and Tuesdays. And then, of course, we've got sort of work from home permanently and work from office permanently in there as well. So when I click Update Working Patterns, so let's give Amber a nice working pattern of, let's do set days. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, update. We'll see a little notification come up that says updated 1 users to hybrid set days. And I can now see Amber hybrid set days in office Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So we're really excited to have been sharing this with you today. If you've got any questions about hybrid working scheduling, please always reach out via the chat button at the bottom right hand of the screen, and we'll be delighted to talk. Bye for now.